Hi, everybody. Kevin Henry here, KKS Productions. Great to have you with us. I wanted to make this video to give you an update on my health. A couple of weeks ago, I put out a post. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. And it said, I want to thank my subscribers for being a part of KKS Productions. And I also want to apologize to all of you for being away for so long. The last several weeks, I've been dealing with some health issues that, if left untreated, could turn into really serious health issues. Between that, working two jobs, spending time with my fiance, I have just not had the time to be on with all of you, and I do apologize. Not enough hours in the day. I am happy to report, however, that said health issues are getting under control, and I'm not being as stubborn as I once was. Though being my mother's son, I believe I'll always ascertain a streak of stubbornness. I'm going to come back, and hopefully sooner rather than later. The series I'd plan on doing for KKS Productions are currently a no-go. However, I'm exploring possibilities for one or two projects, and hopefully I can put something together soon that you all will enjoy. Plus, I am gearing up to record an episode of Game Show Marathon where I will be hosting one of the games again this year over at MVG Productions, so I'm looking forward to that. And again, I want to thank my subscribers and all my viewers, and I'll see you all again hopefully soon. So maybe you read that and maybe you didn't. So I would like to go ahead and tell you exactly what's been going on as far as I know. Um, so for those of you who may not know, I make my living as a semi truck driver, and I've been doing that now for 21 years. It'll be 21 years in September. And for those of you who are not familiar with the industry, I won't get into all the intricacies of it, but the relevant parts are you have to pass a physical every so often because your commercial driver's license and your medical card, you have to have both of those active in order to be able to drive a semi. One does not work without the other. So I was able to get my physical for every 2 years up until about 2011, where at that time I was diagnosed with OSA, obstructive sleep apnea. And because of that, I have to get my physical done yearly. That's been that way for the last 14 years. And have been on a CPAP machine for all that time. And now I can't live without it. I rely on that thing. And that's not changed. Um, and a lot of that has to do with my body mass index. It's no secret. I am a pretty overweight guy. I'm a big boy. And but here recently, I went to get another physical. I was due, and for the first time, I did not pass. My blood pressure was over 200 over higher than 100. I don't know what the exact numbers were, but they were out of control. Now, physically, I felt fine. I really did. And I still do. I actually feel very good now. But I started a regimen of blood pressure medication, and I have been taking those nonstop for the last couple of months. And I was getting kind of discouraged to see that the numbers they were starting to drop, but they weren't dropping as low as my doctor and nurse practitioner were desiring. So they continued to up my dosage and up my dosage. Well, last Thursday to be exact, I went back to the doctor and my blood pressure had fallen all the way down to 138 over 88. And in order to pass my physical, it has to be under 140 over below 90. So I am back in the area that I need to be in order to pass my physical. They only gave me a 3 month physical, and if I don't pass it again in July, I'm out. I can't drive anymore, and that's the only way I really know how to make a living. So what I've done in years past, and I'm not proud of this, was I would take the medicine long enough to pass my physical and just go on about my life. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to, once I pass this physical, and um, I'm going to continue on the meds. And I'm not looking to lose a whole ton of weight because I've always considered myself fat and proud of it. Katie has always called me her big old teddy bear. And, you know, it's a good feeling. It truly is. The only other issues that I have had, I've had high cholesterol, high triglycerides, and I am on medication for all of it now. So that's a good part. I'm also cutting a lot of sugar out of my diet. Um, I am a soda drinker, unfortunately, because I cannot drink coffee. Coffee and I don't get along very well. I'll drink it here at home because I've got a restroom nearby, but I can't drink it on the road. So when I'm working, so I've switched, made the switch to mostly zero sugar sodas, um, Coke Zero, Cherry Coke Zero, which almost tastes like the real thing. It's really good stuff too. And as you've seen me in other broadcasts, I'm always drinking water, so that's something that'll never change. And every once in a while, I will drink teas from Herbalife. We have a shop here in Austin Town that I go to. Katie goes to it every single day. And I go to it every once in a while. In fact, I had a tea yesterday and I had a tea today, and it's really good tasting stuff. But I am in I'm getting in control of things. My liver's not doing so great, but it is manageable, they're telling me. And I'm also still pre-diabetic. I've been pre-diabetic for quite some time now. So trying to get that under control and before I do become a diabetic. My mother had diabetes, and I imagine that was one of the factors that resulted in her passing 11 years ago. And anyway, it's nothing is out of control, and I am going to continue to put in the effort to keep it from being out of control. So, and I want to thank the folks at On Demand Primary in Austin Town. They've done a great job monitoring this. I appreciate the advice they've given me. I have taken some, not all of it, and I'm I've been losing some weight. Doesn't look like it, but I have been, and I am pretty happy about that as well. So I want to thank everybody for being patient. I know I haven't been around very much. Not a lot of time that I've had to do any of this stuff as much as I love to. Um, I have other priorities, more important priorities. Uh, just a couple weekends ago, and I was so thrilled about this. Brandon Scruggs, his wife Sunny, from MVG Productions. We've considered each other family for the last 5 years, and they came up to Northeast Ohio their very first time up here. And one of the greatest thrills of my life was to help fulfill Brandon's one of Brandon's bucket list dreams, and took them to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame up in Cleveland, Ohio. So that was a great time. And I wouldn't have traded that for anything. The only thing I would have traded in, honestly, were the fact that Katie and I were dealing with allergies out the wazoo. The weather in Northeast Ohio has been terrible for this time of year, and this is usually the time that I get allergies. But I had them bad this year. I could barely even recognize my own voice, and Katie's going to kill me for saying this, but there was a couple of days in which she sounded like Mickey Mouse. I'm not kidding. And her coworkers were making fun of her a lot more than I was. But we're all doing better now, and I'm feeling great. The only thing I deal with now, I mean, the air is a little dry, a little bit of humidity. We've seen a lot of snow. We are still seeing cold weather, feeling cold weather, and it's almost June, and it's not supposed to be that way in Northeast Ohio. We're almost to summer. So hopefully it warms up soon and it stays warmed up, so we don't have to deal with any of this of these shenanigans any longer. But I wanted to give you an update of what's been going on. I will continue to try to get on more and hang out with you folks, and I really, really appreciate the subscribers, everyone watching everything that we've created here. And we've been posting some new short videos recently of our pets, our dogs, Miriam and Gavin, and our cat Shelby. Though you're going to see the dogs a lot more than you're going to see the cat. And in fact, we're considering taking a look at creating a channel just for them, because who doesn't love pets? And if you don't, then you have no soul. So that's all I got. I want to thank you all very much again. Thanks for dropping by to watch this thing, to find out what's been going on. And I'm going to do my best to keep things on the straight and narrow. And I would ask for your support and keep the faith, and things are going to be all right. But for the meantime, again, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't done so, do the YouTubey things like subscribe, ring the bell. So until next time, we'll see you for more Deal or No Deal very soon. And check out the Game Show Marathon next month on MVG Productions. I was fortunate to host a game during that week. I'm not going to tell you which one, but let's just say it is out of my norm. But I had a great time doing it. So, for Katie Underwood from Ohio's Mahoning Valley, this is Kevin Henry saying thank you and so long, everybody. Kevin Henry saying thank you and so long, everybody. I went back to the doctor